Okay, thank you for clicking. This video meant for several top team leaders that helped me make a new PowerPoint presentation of now what we call the umbrella organization Digital Holding. We spent quite a bit of time and several sessions with different people making it spiffy, up to date, very attractable and extremely compatible, and less is more. And I have some questions, but this video is also addressed to Mr. Antonio Salas himself to give some needed criticism. So please, Antonio, have a look at this video to see what your first impression is before we give it to the actual designers. So we just like to, or I certainly like to just hear from you your first opinions, your first reaction. So I'll run by it slide by slide. I'll try to be very short and sweet and to the point, but basically the presentations needed an overhaul and to also make it more compelling and to the point and more that it is in line with sales psychology. So here we go, slide one. Oh, and before I go on, several people wanted to have this slide out, so I want your, Antonio Salas, your personal opinion about this slide. I spent a lot of time, a lot of effort making this slide because I do believe that's exactly what people want to know. This is literally what is happening with your money, with people's money, and it is shown in such a way that it's very understandable. Even several people didn't like this slide in the presentations. I want it back in. I think this is one of the major slides that needs to be in the presentation. Yet I want to first of all have your approval, Ms. Antonio, your approval, and second of all, can you please check the information, because I'm not sure if the 60, 30 and 10% percentages, etc., if this is the way it is. So please be very critical about this slide, whether you would like to have it in or whether it is information for our eyes only. So as far as I'm concerned, go transparency all the way, and this is a fantastic slide showing people what exactly happens with their money. So please give me your honest opinion and also criticize the exact information if that is the way it is. Same with this slide. I'm of the opinion that it needs to be in the presentation, even though several people wanted it out of the presentation. So I'm exactly the same opinion of the slide that I showed you before. This is a fantastic overview of what the AI is actually doing. Lots of information, very short. People love this kind of style and whiteboard kind of organogram style. So give me your honest opinion if you want this slide in, if the information is correct, and or if you're of the same opinion that you want this slide out. I want it in. The guys that I worked with and asked for help want it out. So please give me your honest opinion. These two slides were voted out. I want them in, but that's really up to you. And we'll also obviously trying to be nice about people that want them out. I don't mean to be a dictator, but I somehow think these slides need to be in, but they were voted out. Thank you. Now let's continue. Slide one, very simple. Welcome. Simple text on it. Complete ecosystem for entrepreneurs. We added that. That's slide one. Basic, can't go wrong. Slide two. People love to see this. In the beginning, we use this in the presentations, in the Zooms, to explain them the organogram, like an overview, whiteboard style on a light background. That's slide two. Does the job. We have good responses. So I love this slide. That's slide two. Giving people a one glance overview of what the situation is with this entire digital holding platform. 3 existing organizations, DIGICOIN as the hero, all linked to the projects, and the sentence more projects in the pipeline underneath. Love this slide, everybody loves it. Slide 3, introduction of you, Mr. Antonio Salas, as courtesy as well, and also, well, basically edifying you, as is. We took that slide of the last presentation. Beautiful, nothing to add. Slide number 3, as is. Maybe the word CEO, founder, bigger, but anyway, that's a suggestion. Slide 3, as is. Slide 4, somehow they didn't want your face twice. I think it's ridiculous. I love this slide, so I made one slide out of 2 slides, ending up with this as a proposal for slide 4, basically showing people that we have a very strong foundation with the 5 pillars. Slide 4, simplified, trying to avoid a block of text which throws people in overwhelm. And somehow I love this picture and I love this as well, but it was voted out, so I made one slide out of 2, making and taking the best of both. Yet an afterthought, maybe your picture should be here, but that's my personal preference. We should really edify and promote you. Slide 5 is a series of 3 or 4 slides about what we call surebet, but we left the word surebet gone because we want it to be very generic and without any promises. So slide 5 is an adjusted slide of the old surebet presentation, just wording it differently. So overall we avoid words like sure, we avoid words like betting, we avoid words like investment, just to make it so that it's generic, also used more lightly and without too much financial or without any financial product terms in it. So slide 5, the introduction of AI sport arbitrage technology, $1.8 trillion global industry. Very short, catchy sentences or words rather than a lot of text. So AI sport arbitrage technology, $1.8 trillion global industry. Proprietary software, predictable outcome, 100% math. Cool, I love this slide, very simple. Hope your designers do a good job redesigning this and keeping the text really a lot in the overall picture, because most of the time designers work way too much to the edges. So also look at the way it's laid out. That's slide 5, introducing the AI sport arbitrage technology, the money maker. Slide 6, also copied from the old surebet presentation. I love the images, I love the artwork here, but basically simpler terms. Big word example, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. The example underneath, as is, fantastic slide, very informative, very crispy. So I hope the designers will copy this as is, and also mentioning specialized traders, 3+ years tracking record, 1% to 2% daily return. So love this slide, very crispy. I hope they copy this as is and make it into a well-designed slide. Slide number 6 as the second slide of the introduction of surebet without the word surebet. And slide 7, basically saying that it's technology and automation, AI sport arbitrage, algorithmic magic. We use AI sport arbitrage technology rather than sport betting technology. So this slide number 7, introducing what we used to call surebet in a more detailed way as the moneymaker. So when you look at it, at the overall flow, the first part to the left here is more the introduction part and introducing you and the pillars. Then the second part is literally slide 5, 6 and 7 about the moneymaker, what we used to call surebet, now calling it AI sport arbitrage technology to stay within compliance. And then the 8th slide is basically about the motorcycles. I know that is the big baby, I love it. I mean, that's the big social impact. So slide 7 we modified as well with a better picture. This is actually half a copy of the second digital holding presentation, but we modified it a little bit so that it's crispier without too many blocks of information that throws people in overwhelm. So here's the end result after much deliberation. So it basically says motorcycle rental for Latin and South American countries, India, Vietnam, Thailand underneath as well, to give them a proper space in the presentation. Real world assets, tokenized motorcycles, GPS trackers, remote lock. So instead of sentences, terms that are very crispy, in your face, then the text affordable rental without bank credit, very important. And then underneath job and business creation, and then 3 little catchy keywords: food delivery, courier services, motor taxi, etc. Love this slide now with this new picture as well that was added. So this is the next slide, introducing the motorcycles as the real collateral security. So that's slide 8 to give it a proper place. The following order was well thought out. And then talking about the guarantee in slide 9. Slide 9 specifically about the guarantee. Again, we simplified it, made the text more compelling, and this is the end result of lots of deliberation. And the slide then looks like this. So a little bit of color, not too much text blocks, big real collateral word, big unique opportunity, unique limited opportunity on there, and then the text is very simple, very catchy, and compelling. So participant assurance instead of guarantee. Again, to take the financial product terms out of it. With the sentence underneath, real collateral linked to the company's physical assets, motorcycles. And then this is a very nice piece, deposit 5,000. So this is really selling the $5,000 packages to get collateral, stating deposit $5,000 or more in USDT, USDC. And then underneath it says receive a registered notary contract with international legal validity. We took the DHL method out because that's really not necessary. So this is slide number 9, also in the right place, I do believe, in the following order of the flow of the new proposed PowerPoint presentation. And then slide 10, introducing the fantastic crypto card. This way also simpler terms, not a lot of blocks of information that put people in overwhelm. Simple terms saying, okay, it's a crypto card, global Visa Business Platinum, that term underneath, no KYC, 100% anonymous. So with a little sentence underneath, no KYC needed, ensuring privacy and freedom to use. The words are carefully chosen. Digital and physical card, and then a little add-on like black metal card. Top up $2,500 a day, real-time app monitoring, pay with crypto worldwide. That's basically the slide 10, introducing people to the fantastic crypto card. Now slides 11 and 12, introducing more details about the importance of the DGC, the digital coin, with saying and stating some real facts, simple text-wise, with a little bit of artwork to the right hand side of this slide. And I hope the designers will add the actual do a better job with the art. But basically slide 11 states very simple that the DGC, the digital coin, with underneath saying gas for the entire ecosystem, real world usability, then some bullet points: integration with the Visa crypto cards, payment of service fees, staking, e-trading, future metaverse gaming projects, and future e-commerce marketplace. So very informative, giving the coin some more body with these bullet points and statements, and then continuing reading a little less important: structure, Polygon network, control supply, increase liquidity, roadmap expanding the usefulness of DGC in new products, and the preparation for official ICO with international audit. Very important sentence: governance, distribution, institutional holders will have seats on the holdings board, and projection token prepared for suitable appreciation, linked to multiple sources of revenue, text copied of the new digital holding slide, but just put in a little different form. So I love this slide as well as an informative slide of the importance of the DIGICOIN, DGC, hero of it all. Then slide 11, a real what we call a screenshot of CoinMarketCap, also stating the word DEX screener, and with a little analysis picture on it. Now this is an example, but I think this example is good enough to be put on the slide. So this slide basically says the DGC token is showing positive trends with 3 bullet points underneath: rapidly growing user base, real world utility, possible next 1000xer, and underneath the call to action, right time to participate. Love this slide as an introduction and making the DGC token more important. Obviously in the presentations and zooms we can show the real size of CoinMarketCap DEX screener and perhaps also the swap side quick swap, but I left the word quick swap off on purpose. So that's slide 12. Again, looking at the overall flow placed right before we give people the information about the team build compensation plan, which is slide 13. So slide 13, one of 3 slides, 13, 14, 15, talking about the compensation plan, with slide 16 about the business rules. We changed some text there. So slide 13 as is of the new presentation, but now with the word 10% direct on it. Very important. The networkers look immediately like, what's in it for me? The direct commission. So the 10% direct word was added to this slide. The rest has been kept the same. And then slide 14, same again, but with a huge word every day. Very important, this word added on the residual bonus daily returns slide. So that's slide 14. And then slide 15, the career plan as is, so nothing changed there. That's slide 15. And slide 16, the business rules, even though we changed quite a bit of text. So new text, business rules, bullet points. First of all, each deposit can earn up to 3x, no more information there. Then the second bullet point, example, 1,000 becomes 3,000, contracts end when 300% has reached. So that text has been changed too, way better I believe. Then the third bullet point, rewards, rewards 10%, 1% to 2.3%. We took some text away here. And then the fourth bullet point, withdrawals, USDT BEP20 and USDT Polygon, and minimum withdrawal 20 and withdrawal fee 6%. So this slide has been altered a little bit as well. I hope the designers picked that up. Leave the text as is. We took a very careful consideration of what text should be on this slide. So that's slide 16, the so-called business rules. And that's it. And then we go to slide 17, which is basically the call to action, allowing people to take action, saying, okay, thank you for being here. Get back to the person that invited you. Ask for his or her affiliate link. Register for free. So simple text. No, not too much design there. That's slide 17, the call to action. And then slide 18, a redesigned disclaimer. Took a lot of time to make a disclaimer that is not only personal but also legal and ethical. So disclaimer, I think this disclaimer should be used. The text in particular, please check it. I'll also read it for you. I use this disclaimer in pretty well everything that I publish, but I made it generic so that it can be used on presentations. The disclaimer reads, very simple, these are not company presentations / videos. So that is maybe a contradictory statement, but it's on there to protect the networkers. These are our own personal observations and opinions. No promises, no guarantees. This is not financial advice. We're not financial advisors. We are not your financial advisors. Do not let yourself be hyped not by us nor by anyone or anything else. Make a free will decision. Consult and consider the advice of others as well. Trading, AI, crypto and betting is risky, very addictive and totally unpredictable. Do not use money you cannot afford to lose. Use your money first for your basic needs like food, shelter, clothing and the care of your family, loved ones and community. And we do not take responsibility for the results you get from our educational and inspirational publications and or the products and services we recommend you to check out. You're fully responsible yourself. Our presentations, videos and other publications are for educational and inspirational purposes only, and there is a global witch hunt going on to shut down these kind of projects, and many legal and illegal scammers operate in this space. Always do your own research, be street smart, use common sense, and in many cases trust your gut feeling, ask many questions and question many answers. We do not gamble, we do not bet, and then copyright infringement sentence underneath as well, stating all rights reserved to the rightful owner. So that's my proposal of the basic generic disclaimer, legal, personal and ethical disclaimer all in one. Please look at that carefully. And underneath every PowerPoint presentation PDFs, always add one blank slide. That is for video recording purposes. I'll explain that maybe later, but we always need a totally blank slide at the end. One extra blank slide, which is now called slide number 17. Please do so. No text, just a blank slide. So Antonio, people that were involved with the completion of this, or it's almost finished, please look at this very carefully, critical, and give me some feedback before we give it to the designer team to finalize it. Really look forward. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity to use your designer team. A lot of thought went into this, and I hope it got your approval, and especially those two slides that were kept out, that left out, these two slides. I'm totally in love with both of them, so reconsider putting them in, and especially look very, very critical at the text of this slide, if it's exactly the way it is and if you want it in, because that's really information behind the curtains. But I would love to give this information to everybody involved as well, to give them a transparent overview of what is happening with their money. Everybody wants to know exactly what is happening with their money, and this slide definitely shows them what is happening. So that's my little extra attention point and request. Same with this slide. So thank you so much. And if anyone watches this video and wants to know more about this fantastic opportunity, click links below or copy the links and paste them, start for free. Contact me or the person that brought you to this video. He or she has a huge surprise for you. It will definitely blow your hair back and knock your socks off for the next 50 generations. Mr. Antonio Salas, thank you so much for the opportunity and for your critical notes about this process. Guys who helped, you're the best. Thank you so much for your time, effort and respect. And then I hope to welcome you guys in our team, those who are watching this video. So take massive action, dream bigger, faster. And when you see this on social media, please like, subscribe and pass this forward. So share this video, hit the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I or we upload a new video. And leave your best email address and or mobile telephone number when you see this video on a page where you can do so. We won't spam or scam you, not the intention. You'll get information via autoresponder systems that you can take yourself out with with a simple mouse click. So it's up to you. And then hope for the critical notes of you, Mr. Antonio Salas, the guys that were involved, and up to finalizing this and hopefully bringing it to the attention of the designer teams, and then we look forward of what they make of it. Thank you so much. Hope the guys talk English so that we can literally communicate. Slowly but surely, I think somebody should be appointed CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, with a proper budget to use AI tools to duplicate this and to make this into funnels and different languages and blah blah blah. But that needs a big budget and a commitment, and also the trust of you, Mr. Antonio Salas, as being the CEO and founder. I did my bit for now, love this process, and I'm fully committed to making digital holding into a roaring success worldwide, into a unicorn, and into a company and project that we can be proud of, and ASAP making it 100% decentralized into a DeFi organization with, I hopefully as soon as possible, our own extended wallet, and as far as I'm concerned, our own exchange ASAP as well, and much more suggestions, so that it's not about us but it's about the process. So people fail, systems work, keep that in mind, and we're playing a big game. Not too many people love us for this, but we need to be strong to really put something on planet Earth that will contribute to an enlightened planetary civilization. That's it for me. Thank you, over and out. Hope to see you, and definitely see you in the most beautiful resorts, top hotels worldwide, and on the most beautiful beaches of the world, because you're more and more than worth it, and that lifestyle is there for you too. Thank you for your inspiration. Over and out.